Hey everybody, it's me, Angel Benton, and it is time for another edition of Angel Sudsy Recap, where we delve into the world of daytime television, and we do a few reality shows on the side. But now we're in daytime television mode, and we're going to be talking today all about Days of Our Lives, which, you know, is probably might be my favorite show that's on the air. Now, a lot of people are expecting my review of Day of Days. That's on the. I'll give that on the next recap for Days of Our Lives the next time. So this time I'm just going to be sticking to the show and what's going on the show, and next time I'll talk about what it was like at Day of Days. Excuse me. Okay. So, God, now it's going to be 2 weeks ago, but I'm almost done. On Days of Our Lives, the week started off kind of okay because it started off great because it had a lot of Susan Banks on Monday. It was really good. But then as the week went on, there was not that much Susan. You know I love Susan. You know I live for Susan. But I also know she's on two shows and she was doing them both at the same time. You know what? I got to give her credit. In addition to being a fierce actress, because we know she's a fierce actress because she does all of those characters, right? But also, you know, she was full-time at Young and the Restless, and she's like, well, you know, because she was explaining in Soap Opera Digest how it came about that they asked her to play Susan, and, you know, they said they would love to have her back Susan, but they know she's full-time at Young and the Restless, and she's like, well, you know, Young and the Restless is dark on Mondays. They don't film on Mondays. Well, that's all she needed to say because, you know, Sony owns both Young and the Restless and Days of Our Lives, and they were like, well, okay, your call time on Mondays. I mean, so like they didn't even ask it. Once they found that out, they didn't even ask her like, okay, you're coming back. And God bless her because she does it great. She is incredible. She really is. I mean, obviously she's a workhorse because she can, you know, how many people do you know, especially people that are doing the same job day in and day out, who wouldn't want an extra day off a week, right? But she was like, I can work on Mondays. I mean, that's pretty, the work ethic is what really makes me like her even more, right? It's incredible. All right, so Susan, you know, so the big deal about Will, now, there wasn't really that much going on about Will. You know, Monday, yeah, nothing really happened. I mean, the only thing that happened was that Paul, and this is, I know, okay, so Paul saw Will, he saw him, and he didn't say anything for a whole 24 hours, and then his guilty conscience got the best of him, and he told Sonny, and I know Sonny's pissed off at him, and I'm sure everyone's going to give him hell, but, I mean, first of all, it wasn't a lie. It was a lie by omission, which is a little bit different. He just didn't tell them he saw Will. He didn't say, I didn't see Will. He didn't say that he did. So it's, in the eyes of the law, it's a little bit different. But not just that, but it was only a fucking day. And Sonny had not been let out of the hospital anyways. So, as soon as they released Sonny, that's when Paul came clean. So I don't know what the Sonny would be pissed off at Paul about. I mean, really, I really don't. Because, I mean, it was the day before. I mean, now, I can see why Sammy and Lucas would be frustrated. But really, they've waited 2 years to see Will, and now they can wait one more day. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm totally Team Paul on that. Because, you know, I mean, there are people who lie for decades, for the longest time, right? In fact, Sammy Brady, I love Sammy Brady, don't get me wrong. I've already told stories about how much I love Sammy Brady. And Sammy as Stan is one of my favorite characters on daytime too, because, oh my God, that was too much. But she's done all kinds of crazy shit. And she has been behind bars. She was on death row and almost died, but Lucas saved her. So she's like, because Paul lied for one day, he didn't even lie, because Paul kept the truth from them for one day, she's going to be all butthurt about it. that's a little bit. It's not that it's not. It's not that it isn't believable. I mean, it's believable. It's just it's ridiculous. Is what it is. It's really ridiculous. Um, but it's definitely nice to see. So she's been getting along with Rafe, and with that, they've been seeing how basically Rafe got I don't know if it was the mayor or the police chief or somebody, he got permission to exhume Will's body. So they dug up Will's grave because Sammy, of course, changed her mind, and they didn't find anything. I mean, there was nothing there. So then Sammy was like, no, I know he's alive. And Sonny went, and she came back to Memphis to tell Sonny, and Sonny had already gone. He had already gone to see Will. But that was literally like Monday and Friday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday were really all about Eve. All about Eve, the movie. No, it's all about Eve. Which, don't get me wrong, I love Eve, and I loved Eve with JJ. I'm not gonna lie. I really enjoyed the two of them together. I thought they were kind of, I don't want to say bad news, but they were definitely trouble together, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed that a lot. But I guess I could see from his perspective how being with her would remind him of her daughter Paige, who's dead. And I guess it's easier to stick it to Eve when he knows that Paige is still alive, but now that Paige is dead, it kind of would creep him out. So, okay, I guess I can see why that coupling is not coming back anytime soon. But this week, Brady came up with the brilliant idea to frame Eve for Deimos' murder. And so the police came, and he told them that if they found the amulet, that, you know, and they looked in her purse and there was the amulet, and so they took her into the station for questioning. Brady was like, God damn, that was a lot easier than I thought. And he, but Victor, God bless Victor. The thing about Victor, I've loved Victor for many, many years. I think he's fantastic. And and the minute the police left, now he didn't do this in front of the police, but the minute the police left, he ripped Brady to shreds. He was like, really? This sounds to me like you were planning under the influence, because this plan has so many freaking holes in it, it's like Swiss cheese. He's like, listen, so what if Eve has an alibi? Then what are they going to do? And what if you find, now that the amulet has been wiped free of Nicole's prints, because Brady did have the foresight to do that, now you can't use the amulet against Nicole. So you can only make sure one of the, and he's like, what? Yeah, but I have a taped confession from Nicole. Okay, great. So then you could then punish Nicole, but then you can't punish Eve, because then she'll be let free when they find out that Nicole did it. So you can only make sure one of the two bad ladies is caught, right? So who are you going to punish? And he was like, well, you know, you said that if I got rid of Eve, I would get Titan back. And basically Victor was like, we'll see about that, because Eve wasn't going anywhere. And he was right, because of course Eve had an alibi, Chloe, which is good, because you know what, here's the thing, I enjoy Chloe a lot, but I liked her when she first came on the show, and she was, you know, Ghoul Girl and OperaGirl.net and all of that stuff, you know, Last Blast Dance and all of that. I thought she was great. And then she just kind of got a little darker, but now I kind of seeing her turning more into her old self. So I enjoy Chloe, and I'm glad that what they're doing is they're spreading Chloe around to different storylines. I mean, she's got her own storyline with the club. Is it called Doug's Place, or is it still TBD? I don't know what it is, but so she's got this club with Julie, and now she's giving counsel to Lucas, because Lucas likes to drink at that bar. You know, I have questions about Lucas's drinking anyways. I mean, okay. he really an alcoholic? I mean, when Will was a little boy, Sammy claimed that Lucas was an alcoholic so that she could get full custody, but she knew he wasn't. And he might have had a few benders. I mean, it wasn't anything like the downward spiral he's in now at all. Maybe he just decided that because of his son he wanted to be clean, but I mean, I don't know. He's been through a lot, so, and not just that, but he doesn't have custody of Allie right now, so as long as he's not getting behind the wheel, Eric, talking to you, I'm sorry, I don't think it's, I mean, Kate acts like it is the end of the world. She's like, oh, Lucas, oh, and I'm just like, let the man drink his sorrows away for a little while. I'm sure he'll snap out of it. I mean, he's not a stupid guy. He's pretty smart. I really am waiting for him to hook up with Ann Milbauer. I mean, what's funny is that out of all of the pairings of Sammy, you know, E-Jammy and Rammy, I was more of a Lumi fan with Lucas and Sammy, but you know, I think their time might have come and gone, and I'm definitely, and obviously Adrian, I mean, how stupid is Adrian? I mean, really, like, she sees him drunk one time, and now she doesn't like him anymore. I mean, and the reason the whole thing started because faux Adrian, Bonnie Lockhart, who you know I love, she dumped him cold-heartedly and callously. Okay, I get that. But still, it was like, really? You're going to dump him after not seeing him? You haven't seen him for a while, and you're going to see him one time and he's drunk, and you're going to dump him again? I mean, like, it was awful. It was awful. I would have had a drink, you know. Actually, I would have been pissed, but because I get angry first. But, yeah. I mean, really. But I do like Lucas and Ann together. And I think they would be really good drinking buddies. Just saying. Anyways, that was it, what's going on in Salem. So thank you so much for logging on today. I do appreciate it. Please feel free to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Angel Benton. You can hashtag days to talk days of our lives, or you can also hashtag YR to talk Young and the Restless, which I'm doing next. And you can also hit that subscribe button on my YouTube channel to get my YouTube videos sent to your email inbox every single day. Thank you so much for logging on today. Have a wonderful day. Peace out. Wubba, wubba, wubba.